here's the letter Chet. Now, Hey had an opening there. Chet does not. All right. Chet is the first letter of the Hebrew word for milk, chalav. Like, I love to eat chalav and cookies before I go to sleep. Okay, chalav. Now, here's a story from that book by Deborah Pessin about the letter Chet. One day, Chet got it into his head that he would go down to the seashore and he would go fishing. So he walked down to the seashore and he saw that fishermen used something called a fish net. Now, it wasn't really a pasta strainer from their mom's kitchen. It was a net. Okay, and it had holes in it. He watched the fishermen put the net in the water and fish would swim in it, and then after a while they would lift the net out of the water. While the water would pour out the holes, and the fish would stay in the net, and the fishermen would take that to market. Well, the letter Chet is shaped like a fish net. You buy that? Yeah, I do, sort of. Okay, for the purposes of the story, fine. All right. Actually, the word Chet in Hebrew means thread. So fishnets are made out of kind of rope, thread type of thing. So that's, I think, where we get the idea that Chet and fishnet are somehow equivalent. Okay, so Chet said, how hard can that be? I'll just jump in, lie on my back, and fish will come in me, and then I'll come out, and I'll catch fish that way. I'll catch a fish for Aleph, for my friend Bet, for Gimel, for Dalet, for Hey, for Vav, for my neighbor Zion. It'll be great. Well, he jumped in the water all the way. He was freezing cold. And it took him a while to feel confident that he could float in the water and in the waves. It was a little choppy. So here came a fish. And he was like, that fish is really much bigger than what I was thinking of. And then a fisherman put his net in the water and scooped up that fish and saved Chet from that fish. Chet thought, I hope there's some smaller fish in this sea. There weren't. Along came a big fish, a whale. And there was nothing that Chet could do. He tried swimming away, but whatever he tried to do, he just stayed there in the water. And the big fish ate him. And there was Chet deep inside the belly of that big fish. Well, Chet didn't know what to do. Started running up and down the insides of the big fish. And the big fish was uncomfortable because he was ticklish because something was running up and down inside him. So he swam up and down trying to get rid of that thing. And meanwhile, Chet is going up and down and in and around the insides of that big fish. And finally, the fish blew him out of the top of his snout. And there was Chet, up in the sky, where he was caught in the beak of Ziz, the great king of the birds. And Ziz said, "What? Who are you?" And Chet said, where's my thingy? Okay. Chet said, I'm the letter Chet. I'm in the alphabet. And King Ziz of the birds said, that's ridiculous. What is the letter Chet doing in the ocean, in the sky? Chet, if you're a letter, you should be with the rest of the alphabet. You must be a worm. I'm not a worm. Okay, then you're a fishnet. I'm not a fishnet. Then what are you? I'm a letter of the alphabet. Well, said King Ziz, you're not Aleph and you're not Bet, so you must be a fishnet. I'm going to drop you in the ocean where you belong. No, said Chet. Don't you know my next door neighbor, the letter Zion? And King Ziz said, yes, I know Zion. He's a friend of mine. So he got one of his assistants to fly and get the letter Zion. The letter Zion came by, and King Ziz said, is this guy one of your neighbors? Is he a letter of the alphabet? He looks like a fishnet. The letter Zion said, of course, this is my next door neighbor, Aleph Bet Gimel Dalet Hey Vav Zion Chet. So King says, well, take your friend Chet back to the alphabet and don't go gallivanting around anymore. The letter Chet belongs with the alphabet. Yes, said the letter Chet. And so some nice ducks flew them back to their place in the alphabet. And from then on, Chet stayed on land and didn't try to go fishing anymore.